I want you to meet a longtime friend of mine. I've known Janie Johnson for years. She had a daily thought that we ran on a couple of the radio stations I worked for years ago. She is an observer of life, and she has categorized her observations, and she teaches what she has learned to young people. This is where she teaches. She calls it the Caring and Sharing School. And this is what she teaches. Not so much how to think, maybe a good bit on what to think, meaning the general categories of what's good for you and what isn't and why. But even more than all that, just to think, period. It's amazing how much life we live and how little thought we actually put into it, except to bump from day to day saying, I just don't know what to do.
Life is not supposed to be a struggle. See, now I'm going to say it nicely. Not knowing causes problems. When you don't know what to do, you can have a lot of problems. But when you understand how to do something, it's easy. I know life. I have lived my life with my eyes and ears open. And my daddy said that by the time you learn how to live, it's time to die. And I said, that's not fair.
So Janie Johnson set about as a young person observing life and living and taking note of what works and what doesn't, and discovering that life basically works the same everywhere. If you know life, you can live anywhere on earth and feel at home.
Life is basically the same for everybody. I said, the only problem you'll probably have will be language, because our basic needs are the same. Human needs are basically the same, if you know how. And the golden rule works well. Treat people, regardless of the differences. Treat people like you want to be treated.
Janie has observed something we all know, but we don't really think about. Well, I never think much about it anyway.
Life is one way. It has its ups and downs. This has nothing to do with race, creed, color, or location, or time. Life is one way. It has its ups and downs for everybody. Life knows no one personally. Life presents no favors. Now, and this is what I have to, what you do back here at 15, 16 right here, teenager right here, let's say 16 right here. When you get up here at 70, this stuff here will be here because you can't go back and erase it out. And the memories will stay with you.
Janie says we need to understand the truth because we all have carved out our truth and we live by it and are comfortable with it.
But life is not going to change because you feel comfortable with it. Life doesn't change. And I explained that to you. I call it the big life. That's the life that was here before you got here. Here now with you, and be here when you're gone. That's the big life. It does not change. Now here the children are. And I tell the children, my job is to teach you how to hook your life to the big life.
Now, let me see if I got it. There is a way the big life works, and it works well. But the big life isn't going to adapt itself to our life. If we want to be successful, we need to learn the principles of the big life and adapt ourselves to it. And that adaptation comes from within us, the choices we make.
And the decisions they make in their minds, in the privacy of their minds, determine whether they're going to have harmony or disharmony in their environment, or in their own personal life.
And if we just do what we think on our own and what we feel like doing, be aware that our thinking comes without guardrails.
Your body will let you can put drugs in your body. It won't fight you. But you have to take care of this body because that's where you live. You live there 24/7.
So let me sum it up this way. I don't think it's all that difficult. If we make good decisions, good things will result. And if we make bad decisions, bad things result. Some people call those bad things karma. You may have heard it put, you reap what you sow. So think before we do it, is this a good decision or is this a bad decision? Because comparable results will follow.
You do the principles and benefit, have harmony in your life, or you don't do them, and then you be wondering why you need to get a chicken out of mama's deep freezer and why mama need to finish paying out your car note. You can't keep a job, and you'll be wondering that. It's simple. You need to stop and have a conversation with yourself and tell yourself the truth.